welcome to the women's cave. Yes, I stole it right out of her mouth. Like, whoop, that's mine. I'm Jade, by the way.
That's so not fair. I was looking at something. I was doing my job, people. This is the right finger. I was pushing the button. No, because I like straight up
okay, no.
broke a nail.
I know she totally did, and it was really upset for her because she was really doing me a favor. I was like, can you please like get the trash bag out of my car? And then whoosh, broke the nail, and I felt bad about it, but not bad enough not to say welcome to Women's Cave. That's Wilnona.
Oh, I am Wilnona. I almost introduced myself as Jade. No, you didn't introduce yourself.
I said I'm Jade.
Did you say you're Jade?
Yes. Well, girl. So now it's high five time because
we better now.
Whatever. She didn't drink anything, you guys. That's a lot.
The top is still on. Of course not.
A high five.
Oh,
Wilnona.
Right. There we go.
You saw she just left me hanging. You guys, she always tries to leave me hanging. I don't know what is wrong with her. Why are you my best friend? Why are you my best friend?
Lovely. Okay, moving on. I'm your best friend because, we grew up together and we're like sister friends. And yes, I took that line since you took the women's cave.
So anyway, we have a co-authors and co-founders and just everything, I guess, of life. Of the Women's Cave too. And these are our books that we have written with 11 other wonderful, beautiful ladies. And I thought the voice was bad with other life lessons.
Must we always? But okay, go ahead.
And I thought being grown up was easy.
Yeah,
and I thought I could juggle it all. And I thought I did my journey alone. Yeah, how about that? I forgot my own book titles. And I thought I had it all figured out. A fiction. Woo-hoo! And today, as we've been telling you guys in podcast land, if you're listening to this, just know we do have merchandise, you guys. And so we're going to just show it right now. Here's one of them. Welcome to the Women's Cave. Everybody, we're all writers. And so we have to go with Hemingway on this.
Hemingway did a good job. I mean, if he could be an American
So there is
classic,
a flask, you guys.
If I need about 3 more of these, and I think I could be an American classic too. Anyway,
no.
Not important.
No. Okay, so you can find us, yes, #Willism. And we can find everything on andwethought.com or the books, barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com. Books are also on andwethought.com. And we write in a doctor script because
I'm not a chicken.
As Wilnona would say, although we have awful handwriting, we should have learned better in 1st grade, but we didn't. So
so sad. Oh, you guys, this is the last week for my favorite thing that's gonna happen. Yes, okay. I just keep checking my nails.
Okay,
anyway, it's Just Right in Life. That is the premiere of Just Right in Life on April 30th on Roku TV, and then eventually one day on Amazon soon.
Hopefully.
No, not hopefully, very soon. We've got people working on that.
So that's it, you guys. And I know you guys are really here to hear about our wonderful guests. Not us, of course.
You don't watch it if it's us.
It's just us. Y'all like, ew, this is boring. We want a wonderful guest. And so we have one for you today. Wonderful guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I would. Thank you so much. Well, my name is Susanna Matthews, and I run a firm called the Dating Maven, and I help smart, successful, growth-minded singles find love on a daily basis. And I'm really happy to be on your show today. Thanks, girls.
Oh, no problem. You are officially my hero.
Yes, you are. Like, I think I have to go back to a class, but did you ever know you were known as hero?
Yes, it is very true. When I first heard you on Lorna Poole, by the way, congratulations, Lorna. She looks amazing.
Yeah,
okay. Moving on. When I first heard you on Lorna Poole show, I was like, yeah.
Magnet for love. So we had to tag her for that.
I was like, yeah, we've got to immediately contact her. So I did actually email you 3 times. And I'm really sorry about that.
Well, I'm really happy you reached out.
Awesome. So please, first of all, tell us your story. How did you get involved in dating and
how did you get involved in dating?
Well, how did you get involved in dating?
That's weird.
How did you become a Maven?
How did I get involved in the dating industry or the dating profession? Yeah, so it's probably the weirdest story. I mean, most people will say, oh, I was doing all this stuff to try to find love, and I thought I learned so much, I'll just share it with others. And I can totally appreciate that story, but mine started in a little bit of a different way. I'm just kind of a nerd, and I was always interested in the research about dating and mating and attraction, and what is it that kind of brings people together, and what keeps them together, and what pulls them apart in some cases. And when I was in college, I was, let me just be honest, I went to college, I fell in love, I was smitten, and I wanted to get the best grades possible with the least amount of effort possible, because I wanted to spend time with my honey, right? So I had to write this research paper. I said, Mom, what am I going to write about? I have no idea. I don't know what my teacher wants. She said, well, why don't you write about what your uncle researches about? I said, what's that? He was an entomologist. I thought, that. Boo, right? Like, who wants to read about bugs? He studied bugs. Well, lo and behold, he studied the mating habits of insects, like cockroaches. And so that brings up the role of pheromones. Pheromones are those chemical secretions that humans have them too. And it, in many animal species, it really directs our mating choices, or at least is a part of that. Well, that was kind of the beginning. That got me hooked. I wanted to know everything I could about why do two people just have that chemical attraction, it's just undeniable and irresistible, and why do other people not? And so that really set me out on my journey. I did other things in the meantime. I worked in other industries, but I came back to that space of dating and relationships, in part to help myself, to help my friends, and just to kind of quench that thirst that I had to know everything I could about it.
That's awesome. And so when you know everything you can and you learn a lot about it, you know what you do, you guys? You write a book, right?
Yeah.
So she has to totally show you her book. Like, this is the best cover.
Is this a good time to flash?
Yes, it's a great time.
It's always a good time to show your book.
It's always a great time.
Bring it up close. There we go.
For Revising Mrs. Robinson.
Wow.
Oh,
yes.
So how did we come up with that title? Revising.
I honestly struggled, but because the title is everything, right? And there's so much pressure to pick a good title, and you only have one shot. Once it's out and the cover's on there, it's done. You don't get to go back and resubmit. So I went through a lot of different titles. Should I or shouldn't I use the word cougar? Should I or shouldn't I use words like age gap or intergenerational dating or things like that? And it was through the influence of a couple of really key advisors, one who was a published author, and they just kind of gave me the thumbs up and thumbs down on different ideas I was bouncing around. And I thought, the character of Mrs. Robinson that Anne Bancroft played in the 1967 movie The Graduate, when we think about this idea of older women involved with younger men, she was kind of one of the first or most memorable on screen to be in that scenario. Some would say Mae West was really the first cougar, if you want to get technical, but I thought about Mrs. Robinson, and I just kind of liked the ring of it, Revising Mrs. Robinson. I liked the alliteration, and it is really a book about revision of identity and how aging and sexual health and psychology and all of that kind of plays into personal identity when a woman is in that type of relationship.
Exactly. So I love how you put all the technical things on it, and I appreciate that. So it makes me feel more legit when I go out with someone a little younger than me.
Since she's only 23, so that would be like 19.
Oh, I see.
Adorable, blonde, younger than
okay,
me. But
wow.
Anyway,
I might need to ask for pictures after the show.
That's gonna be hilarious. So Wilnona does have a burning question.
I do, and I'm sorry. You did all the intelligent stuff, and I have a basic stupid question.
Bring it on. I love
silly question. We're on a silly show.
So
yeah, let's be silly.
How was the selection process? Did you like the selection process for the cover?
Aren't these guys adorable?
They are. Oh my goodness, they're so adorable.
Yeah. So actually the cover was such a labor of love. We shot 2 covers and we designed a couple of others. There were a lot of people involved, different photographers, different models, different designers in other countries. It was kind of this long, convoluted process. For this particular cover, my marketing assistant, who I just got to give a shout out to Britton Smith, I hope he watches this, he helped with the recruitment and the selection of the models. We were sweating it up to the last minute. Are they going to show up? Like, are they going to wear the right thing? Are they going to be there? Are they going to flake out? And so the photographer picked the locations. My assistant and I picked the models. You know, it was a little bit of a hard sell because, I mean, imagine if you're a guy in your 20s and you don't know me. I'm this total strange lady to you. And I'm like, hey, would you like to model for this cover of this book? Like, it sounds a little shady. And, you know, like if the roles were reversed and it was a middle-aged man asking these younger women, like, hey, I want to make you a model, you know, that would just sound not legit. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
we tried to be really respectful and it was very professional, and the guys did a great job. But yeah, I appreciate that.
That's so nice.
Well, you know why she does it so
because
nicely?
she's the dating maven.
She is, but also she's a communications coach. Like, what? Amazing.
Well, that's a problem I think we all have, especially me doing the cougar thing, because I just assume they have nothing to say. Anyway, so can you improve that just a titch?
Oh, Wilnona. Hashtag Willism.
That is true. Yes. Actually, I had a little coach that was like 20 something, and I was like, yo, so he was younger than me. Do you guys have things to say? And he was like, yes, we do. And I was like, you see, I already stopped listening.
Oh,
Right at yes. And I was like,
yes.
he's going to say more words. This is law. Anyway, you know, so your communication code, what do you think is the biggest thing that a woman needs to know?
Oh, wow. So, I mean, obviously, you know, this is not any news flash to say that communication hangups and misfires are the number one problem in most relationships, whether they are early stage relationships, which is kind of where I work with people, or 10, 20, 30-year relationships. Really, when I look at couples that have been together for a long, long time, probably the 2 biggest factors are how do you communicate and resolve conflict? And those kind of go together, but they're also kind of separate skill sets, right? Like you can communicate really well when things are easy and fun and loving, but how are you communicating and resolving conflict when they're not easy, fun, and loving? And then the second piece is having a sense of shared adventure and awe so that you're not losing that juiciness, that zip, that zest. You know, you can have been together for 50 years, but if you're still doing things like whatever inspires you, maybe it's going to church for some couples, maybe it's standing at the mouth of a volcano and looking down in awe at nature and the wonder of it, right? If you're doing those things together, that's the glue of a relationship that really helps you through the hard times and keeps things from getting stale.
Wow. Yes. I would have to agree with that as the married one, you know.
As the married one, yes. So you know that it's effort, right?
Yeah. It's about that, and it's about as my father and my mother were married for a very long time. Wow. And they always said, well, you have to keep it fresh. As my dad always says, oh, I'm always dating your mom. Like I've never stopped dating her. Yeah. I don't understand these couples that are like, oh, we don't do anything. He was like, no, that's my baby. I date her. We go Saturday night, we're going out on a date. We go on dates because that's what we have to do to keep it together.
Because you've got to continually woo or court your beloved if you want to keep them. And I've got a friend who calls her husband her boyfriend because it just kind of keeps it fun and feisty. And, you know, they're married. They live in the same house. They file taxes together. But she's like, yeah, my boyfriend and I are going to dinner tonight. And, you know, it just keeps more of a youthful spirit in it.
Exactly. And more of a fun and a spark spirit. So do you deal with people who are on like second chance relationships as well, correct?
I sure do. Yeah, I work with people of all ages, but I do find that more and more, you know, our baby boomer population is obviously it's a really big generation, and that's a big demographic. And then there are middle-aged individuals like myself in their 40s who are looking for that second chance as well. And so, you know, people think that there's no one out there, that they're the only one, and they just could not be more wrong. And no matter what dating pool you are in, there are other fish swimming around.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Now, I like to throw the ugly fish back, but you know, there are always fish.
Yeah. Gotta be big enough to reel in.
But anyway, I'm sorry, I was wrong of me. It's a beautiful.
Wilnona, you're admitting something.
Something was wrong. Yes, I know. My narcissism is going.
It must be really late in the day.
No, it's the fact that there's like a legit cougar that knows what she's doing.
Okay.
So I can't even say anything. I can't be narcissistic today.
I just want to know why you call yourself a love junkie.
Oh, yeah, I just, that's a fun phrase for me to use. And I use it kind of tongue in cheek. Here's the serious part of it. I mean, if there is any book or study or blog or podcast or, any kind of content that's coming out that's about love and sex and relationships and attraction, I'm on it. I'm consuming it. I'm buying it. I'm going to it. I'm taking it in. So I'm kind of a junkie in that way. I also really, my relationships are probably the most important thing to me. Be that the love that I have with my friends, the love that I've had with significant others in my life. I'm kind of nursing a broken heart right now, to tell you the truth, but I will still always love him, whether he wants it or not. So, that's just something that's a part of me that makes me unique, I guess. And I just liked the way Love Junkie sounded.
Okay, and then that means that she's going to totally buy our book. Hopefully, guys, we've been promising this for like a year, but it is going to come out. And I told you it was the one. I promise it's coming out.
Yeah,
awesome.
About women who went after love and did the same thing. Sometimes they got their heart broken, sometimes they won. So I really just wanted to ask this one thing, because I'm really more concerned about the second chance relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah. I was one of those young divorcees.
Okay.
So my question is, what do you think is the most important, second most important thing? Not the most important, second most important thing. Please don't say communication, because I'm thinking that your first one is going to be communication for second chances, and I just don't want to hear that again. So second.
All right, so you don't want me to repeat myself. I will respect that.
No, I don't want to have to do it, so no, please don't.
Well, I don't know if this will be music to your ears or not, but a lot of times people are surprised that the most wonderful person shows up in the package that they least expected. And so women in particular will sit down with their laundry list and they'll check off their list, or they'll read it to me, or they'll say, "Do you think I have enough on here?" No, you probably have too much. Sometimes the person who can most heal you and to whom you can be most healing and impactful, the person to whom you can have maybe the deepest connection or the best sex, whatever, is the person that you wouldn't initially think. Your filters and your screen out rules and all that, sometimes those really work against us. We get really caught up on how much he earns, how does he dress, where does he live, how many kids, how old are they, and all these little check boxes, right? But here's the thing, and this is particularly interesting, I think, for professional women and highly educated women. Sociologists are telling us that women are graduating from college at higher rates than men are, and that more and more we are trending into what they call a mixed collar marriage dating market, which means that we might see more and more relationships where the women are the white collar earners or workers, and the men are the blue collar earners or workers. And so women who have a must-have or a non-negotiable about, well, he has to have a bachelor's degree at least, preferably an MBA, he needs to be in finance, or blah, 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 blah. They're really just self-sabotaging themselves by not being open to a broader spectrum of men.
Exactly.
I absolutely agree with that. I am 110% behind that. And I told my friends, and like I've been on some dating shows or whatever, like some podcasts, and I always say, to find my husband, I just had a list of things that I couldn't, like, I can't do it. Like, you cannot be in a relationship if you do not listen, or, like, you just have such a dry sense of humor, like, nothing's ever funny to you. Yeah. Like, these things are things that, I had like 5 things that if you showed one of those 5 things, I'm sorry, I can't help you. But it wasn't about the money or anything. Yeah. It was just about personality, I think. It was more about personality.
She did a good job picking. I mean, she took a while to pick, but she did a great job picking. And I think she took a while to pick because she saw so many marriages that did go bad.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering if you would like to do a little pro bono work and see how my list is.
Please don't do
I'm
it.
going to ask you if your values and your lifestyle are at the top of the list. So sure, let's see your list. Do you have it with you?
Oh, no. It's in my text. It's always
no.
with me. Oh,
It's always right up here, right?
Right. So
Okay.
let's see. Number one, that they must have a great personality, financial stability, and decent looks. That's
Okay.
it.
Sure. So I would actually probably have you drill down a little deeper and wider with that list. Okay. Because great personality, that's like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder, right?
Exactly. That's what I love about it. Because people are like, what do you mean? Well, when we get around to you showing me your personality, I'll decide if it's great or not.
Yeah. I usually tell people to think about the facets of who they are and what they're looking for. So each of us has an emotional component. Each of us has like a mental, maybe our intelligence level or our cognitive ability. There's a spiritual dynamic, and that can show up in a lot of different ways. There's also the sexual, and that's really important. I cannot even tell you how many women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s have said to me, Susanna, I look around and I see all these grandpas and I'm just not impressed. So you better make sure all his plumbing is working. These ladies are hot and ready to not be retired. We'll put it that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, well, hey, I guess I got work to do. But I mean, it's not like I don't know that every time the relationship person comes. Yeah. I threw communication out the window. I got work. So no, I have an actual real question that's not silly. What is the difference between people who are going out for the first time to be loved and then the people who are coming in for like a second or third chance relationship?
Yeah. Well, a lot of times those people who are looking for that first big love, or maybe they're looking for marriage, and I hear this from people in their late 20s, early 30s, that kind of thing. And a lot of times it's, you know what, I realize I've really invested in my education and my career, and I did great there, but now there's this missing piece. Like I don't feel things are complete without a partner to share that with. So they're really open. A lot of times it's just that their lifestyle habits have prevented them from meeting someone, or maybe they're kind of socially shy, or they've just really immersed themselves in their work. And so that's a lot of fun, and for me, relatively easy to kind of help them expand their network, so to speak, and cast in deeper waters. For people who've been married once or twice before, there's naturally some reluctance, some reticence, an abundance of caution, if you will. It's almost impossible not to sort of look through the lens of whatever your past experience has been. And while certainly that lens can be informative and it's there to keep us safe, that's its purpose, and we'll honor that. We'll also look at ways in which that might not be serving the person, whatever those when you're looking for the red flags instead of the green lights, you're going to have some challenges and some difficulties.
I like how you put that, the red flags instead of the green lights.
Yeah. I'm looking for caution. Yeah, right smack dab in the middle. Like, you could speed past this one, or you could stop.
So you're more yellow.
Yeah,
slow as you roll through.
Be like, as a nah. Anyway, I just want to thank you so much. Jade, I'm sure she has real questions. I would take over and just keep on asking questions.
We could talk all day.
But unfortunately, you guys are coming to the end of our time.
Oh, yeah.
We are.
So fast.
Yeah. I'm sorry we have short interviews because, you know what? I love you, listening audience and watching audience, but you will not do it like over 20 minutes. So, yeah. I love you guys, and we understand and respect your time. So, where can people find you, your book, everything?
Oh, yeah. Well, so the book, Revising Mrs. Robinson, is available on Amazon.com. And you know what? Even if you don't buy it and read it, would you review it? Because I love to see those stars. Is that bad? Like to rack up those stars up there. But it is, I think, you know, the feedback I've been getting from women who've read it and the people who tell me how much it's meant to them, that is so validating to me. That's that means the world to me. So I hope you check it out. There's a Facebook page for Revising Mrs. Robinson as well, if you want to communicate with me through that. TheDateMaven.com is the website of my company, and there's information there, blog posts, information about my background, some videos that I've shot, just kind of what we do and how we serve people who are looking for love.
Awesome. And it has been a pleasure having you. And you guys, I'm just going to let you know, we had some technical difficulties and she hung in there with us. And so we thank you very much for that.
Yes, I would hang out with you any day.
Well, you know, you're always invited to come back. We love having guests back. We love talking deeper. So that's going to be exciting.
And then I won't have a chance to be as silly. So yeah, that'll definitely be better for you.
I hold space for your silliness. How's that?
Okay, so you guys, I'm Jade.
And I'm Wilnona.
And we are part of the And I Thought Ladies, 11 ladies, and actually, and the ladies of the Women's Cave, the women of the Women's Cave. Yes, the Women's Cave. And she hits me in the back of the screen. It's kind of funny. You can always find what your ladies are up to at andwethought.com and barnesandnobles.com. Also, Just Writing Life, coming out soon. The first episode. Yes. Writers aren't as boring as you think.
Can I explain what it is, since we didn't do it in the first one and you know how much I love this one, you guys? So it's like us going to premieres, red carpets, galas, and that sort of stuff. Oh, speaking events, and then there's actually like maybe a book signing thing or two. Oh my goodness, the drama is so real in this episode. I'm so excited. And I'm done.
And she's so funny. Okay, you guys, just remember what we always say, that wisdom is all around you if
you're open to finding it and accepting it. Yes, people, that will be 5 times.
Bam! 5 in a row. Okay.
So peace and love from Wilnona. What? Wilnona.
Yes. And Jade. Bye-bye.